Alright, greetings all. Alright, here we go. Another transmission on Facebook. It's going to take some time to get used to this. Okay, what's going to come through is, we'll do questions later. Of course, I'm not sure if anyone's seeing this right now, but we're going to do questions. We're going to do channeling first of a galactic update, and then do questions. And the questions will be me just connecting, in this manner. The galactic updates, there's been a lot going on right now. So we're going to go into a little bit of detail of what is where we're heading towards. It's getting interesting, that's for sure. Okay. Hope the phone doesn't catch on fire. So, alright, thank you all for tuning in. So we're going to do a short channeling, and we're going to do Q&A. Let's see how long this goes. It might not go very long. So, alright. For those that do not know, I'm Ivan Tiller. If you want to find more information about me, go to Facebook. There's some stuff on there. Go to my YouTube channel, just go to YouTube and just type Ivan Tiller. Do a search for that and you'll find me. Everything's on there. I have a website, ivantiller.com. I do private sessions. You can submit a question for $5. We're just what this is about is letting the world know what's going on through the extraterrestrial channels. Also, there's a lot going on for thank you. And the idea here is to set the stage up for other channelers also. And there's a lot going on, that's for sure. So, all right. So much love, everyone. Yeah, it's Florida weather. So it's 9 o'clock and it's humid out. So without further ado, here we go. Greetings to you. This is Redman from the Sirian race, from Sirius B, with the Galactic Federation of Light. Blessings to you, humans. Our collective has been aware of your transformation here, and to give you an update of your direction. There is a shift in energies as for a reptilian influence we have seen, and we have now targeted it. At least we are aware. realize this, that those of you who are becoming more aware of your energies, awakening to your alien knowledge, that will increase over time. Your alien minds, as for your lifetimes, will be opening up not just through a channel such as this, but on your own. You will see these things on your own through meditation, through many anomalies that will happen around you. Now understand this, as you become more powerful, so do the negativity around your world. As for the reptilian agenda here, as you go into other beings, but for right now we see as a movement there with the reptilian energies. Understand this, that they have their own ground crew here also, as you do, as for negative agendas. And they have been moving quite swiftly, and we have been analyzing for some time, but never have mentioned it before. For a good reason, not to bring fear. And so we're not here to bring fear, but also bring awareness and into healing. As you go into more of your galactic selves, you will see this negative energy. Realize this, that these are humans on your world that are reptilians reincarnated on your planet, and they have agendas to shut you down. But it is up to you to not to give in to their energies, but also to realize they're there to strengthen you also. They have their purpose. It is not there just to attack, but it's also to let you know how powerful you truly are and your place here, and to more know about who you are, basically. So they have a purpose. But our message to you is, it is up to you, of course, but not to let their negative energies absorb you and take over you. It is up to you to choose which direction you wish to go through. Because you are all on this path. As your earth becomes more alien, and it will, the test will become a new type of test, an alien test. As the reptilian agenda increases their influence. And understand there is many that are attacking light workers at this time. And this message is for those of, you call yourselves light workers, which is fine. Whatever you want to call yourselves, which is fine. But realize this, that the tests on your world are shifting to more of a galactic test than a human test. For those that are awakened to our energies. For the rest of your world, they will continue to go onto their televisions and their video games and their whatever narcissism, whatever it might be, which is fine. But those of you who are awakened to the galactic energies, realize you're going to go through tests that most of you have never encountered before, obviously, because you've never gone through a galactic upgrade, you could say, which you are all going through in your own way. Now, there's many on your planet that are still asleep at this time, as you call. You could call it whatever you want. They are not ready, but the time eventually will come for them, eventually, as you go into this purge of galactic awareness. Now, understand these tests are of significance to only give you power, to become more of you. Now, if you let negativity absorb you, we do not recommend that, but that is up to you. That is part of your process. We do not recommend for anyone to go after any negativity or to be absorbed by it by others that are trying to shut you down. What we say is to be you. And to, yes, send energy at your own convenience, of course. You do not have to go into that manner, because they will just suck the energy out of you depending on the being that is doing this. But it's up to you to be who you are, and not let anyone change that. Be who you are. Good. Yes, you are going, yes, you could say in some regard this is part of your Mandela effect to some degree. But there's other energies here at this time bringing much assistance to you. Yes, Asani has been working very close to your society at this time to bring a healing to your earth, to keep it from hostility, as you can tell through certain channelings. And that will continue to do so. The idea is to keep it from being hostile on this world. As many beings have become more powerful, the reptilian agenda will try to bring hostilities here. And our message to you is the best to make it as peaceful as possible. Because a great amount of change is coming to your world as for galactic energies. We can't go into details because it's still up to you on what you wish to go for, the direction you want for your world. You're so consciously all connected. You're all asking for certain situations to come about, and much of it is the alien agenda. Your 2012, yes, left a door open for us to finally communicate with you. Yes, you believe some channelers were allowed to, but yes, for healing purposes, for certain individuals, for health, for mental health, and that will continue to do so. But now our energies are increased more, where you'll start seeing our presence more common in your society. Eventually, not tomorrow, our ships aren't coming tomorrow anytime soon, but our energies are going to increase with those that are aware of who we are. One moment. Also, the great energies is bringing, the Zetas are bringing their technologies to bring much assistance to your humanity also. To make this a, how do I word this? One moment. One moment. One moment. To bring much assistance with the medical field. As for downloads, yes, and other methods they are not bringing up at this time for good reason. As for bringing, yes, health services here to this world. But they can't go into details of that, but eventually they will when the time comes. But also much you'll be, as for Reiki, as for other techniques, as for healing yourselves, they're bringing those techniques. As for psychic healing, telepathic healing on your world, they're bringing much of that, but also many technologies as for health, but that is sometime down the road. The reason I bring this up to be aware, that is all. They have a funny way of saying that. They're not always the most organized aliens, as I can tell. Usually they are, but at this moment they are assembling much of their energies. One moment. Most of you are connected to the Sirian races. As for the Sirius alien race, I should say, Sirius B, there's many other planets within our solar system. They've had many lifetimes with the feline races that are calling themselves the Weirans. But our felines are quite different than the Weird races. They have gone on their own, and many of you are here at this time to bring your knowledge to the society. Much have brought much psychiatry to this world from the feline perspective. As for self-healing, much of that is from the Sirian energies of the feline race. One moment. Yes, and your Weirans, also want to let you know, one moment, yes, they are bringing much assistance also. They have said this in previous channelings, but possibly not here. As for their bringing their assistance, because this is technically, depending on what race you speak to, this is a Weirin world in many ways, because you are human. And that came from the Weirin energies. The Weirin experience, let's put it that way. However you want to look at that. Much of the Weirin philosophies will be brought into your society through channelings, through healings, as the Weirin cultures begin to be more known to you. As for civilization going to a higher density level. As you raise your vibrations, you would connect more to the Weirin energies of their philosophies of how to live in a higher dimensional world. The Weirins are going, yes, the Arcturians are very much involved with that, but the Weirins are, you can say the Weirins are here to build your house. Your spiritual house in the higher density levels. As for understanding this more clearly, you will understand over time as you go into this higher vibrational status. Not necessarily the feline way, but the Weirin ways. Doesn't mean you don't have to be cats. You are part of the human experience, which is very weird to it, those who do not understand. Yes, the Yael will be. Yes, the Yael. They like to. Yes, they like to make sure that they are known in this society. One moment. The Yael says they'll be part of much of the children as for their upbringing here, as for their knowledge. Because the children play a big role in your planet, as you can tell, as for spiritual knowledge. They've already been working with them, but they will continue to do so as your world becomes more spiritual. Your children are the answers here. And they are allowing themselves to be more spiritually aware as your earth goes into this purge. Now, those of you here are have a spiritual knowledge, don't have. Yes, it's quite difficult to have all the knowledge of a spiritual lifestyle, but all this will come to you eventually throughout your process. Basically, be positive and clear out your energy chakras. Yes, that is sometimes easier said than done. We realize that. One moment. But yes, your world is going through a transformation at this time. It has gone through it for much long. But we are now able to give you more energies, more information. As for the energy, yes. Excuse me. And how would you know this is happening? Individually, you will know how this is going about. You will feel a shift in your energy. You will feel a more of a knowing within yourself. Now, most of your population, depending on where they are spiritually, most will not feel this, but it all depends on your human collective. But we can guarantee you this, that our alien energies are not going anywhere. And this will become more popular over time, more than you realize, through channelings, through different media forms. We are not going away. It is part of your earth process. It's part of the healing process of your world going to higher energies. This is already planned. You all came here for a reason to be a part of it. Even those that don't want nothing to do with it still want to be a part of it. And some beings, yes, have come here to make sure it does not happen. And they have already made themselves known to a certain degree with their negativity. Yes, they came here for a purpose also, but also is to give you also guidance and to know more about your path. They're not trying to do that deliberately, but it is bringing much assistance. So those of the negative energies have much purpose here. As you all do. It makes the light brighter. As the negativity moves throughout your earth, as it is doing through many tests here, negativity allows the light to become more of a powerful light. If you wish it to do so. That is always up to you to make that decision on you. You have free will, of course. As for this purge, yes, the reptilian energies of the positive will become more known to your society through culture change, as they like to make their lifestyles more known to you. That will come through a later time. They are still, they don't feel your world's ready for it yet, but eventually it will be. They're being vague at this time, but it will come throughout eventually. One moment. Yes, as for your presidential situation, to us we are monitoring it very closely, but yes, there's much great amount of negativity around that, but that is something that your world will eventually learn not to have, is negativity around these political discussions. It will become more of a friendly environment as you all become more telepathically connected. You will no longer have this negativity against each other. It will be more of a gathering of love and anger, and as you see on your planet, disconnect from each other. As you become more telepathic, this disconnect from each other will eventually fade away. And yes, the alien energies is inevitable to connect you all. In due time. Ah, yes. There's another energy I feel that many wish to connect to aliens personally, physically. That is one that will take some time as your Earth's energy rises to a higher vibration. it is very difficult for us to connect to you at this low vibration state at this time. Yes, you might see our ships. That's as far as many of us can go. You can see our holographic bodies that went, depending on who you are, you can see our holographic energies, depending on where we are on your planet and who we wish to connect to. But mostly it's a hands-off energy, but we are allowed to bring those that are willing to connect to us, we are allowed to connect to them. Understand that's how it works. As for channeling, as for healing, you accept our energies, we are allowed to bring much assistance, but it still has much to do with you as to where you want your world to go. We can bring assistance, but still, your world, your rules, whatever you want goes. As for us, as you can tell, with our energies coming closer, many wish for our energies to come closer. It would not be happening if we wished it to happen. That would have been a long time ago, 200 years ago at least. Understand? Or more further than that, let's put it that way. That is all I have. There are other messages, but not at this time. One moment. Yes. A message from your reptilian races of the positive, the friendly reptilians. Even the draconian friendly reptilians, they just want you to know not to be afraid of their energies. They are here in abundance, bringing much light and love to your society through cultures. Some of it is also through your fiction to a certain degree, but most of it has to do with conversations. As for bringing many together, as for relationships, they play a big role in that. As for bringing love together, yes, they are matchmakers in many ways. But also not just that, yes, with sports, many of them play a big role in your sports areas. Football seems to be a big reptilian energy there. Of course, they do see it, some, depending which reptilian you speak to, they see it as a sissy game. One moment. One moment. Yes, they also, of course, there's many different energies within this, but they say many auto mechanics are part of reptilian energies on your world. Even your, yes, mechanics, yes, not necessarily. Mostly your tool type of being on your earth that deals with many heavy machinery, much of that is your reptilian energies. I believe that makes much sense to many of you. Much of your software writers, creators, that is more Sirian, Pleiadian, you know, the doll stuff, as they would say, reptilians. One moment. That is all we have for you at this moment. At this time is to be you. To find who you are, and many of you are learning of your galactic connections. And a grand healing is coming. Blessings. Below there. Well, greetings everyone. Yeah, it's up to you if I could post a question. It's hard to do that when I'm channeling, especially with my eyes closed, so. Alright, what else do we have here? Not a whole lot. To add to that, that's about it. Yeah, question from Amy. I feel connected to Max Spears. He's helping me, and does he have any message for me? My Angel Warrior. Angel Warrior, yes, I agree with that. As for Max Spears, yeah, you have a close connection in another lifetime. As for message, yeah, it seems like he's family to you. And a lot of it's personal messages. So, it's all personal. But yeah, he's like family to you. That's all I can say. Yeah, no, it's all personal from one guy. Let's see here. Miguel said anything about the blue avians? Any messages? Oh yeah, Miguel. Yeah, you're definitely connected to the blue avians. Also, how does the spirit world feel about marijuana? I think they just love it. It does raise your vibration. As for the galactic, it seems like the blue avians are part of the Galactic Federation of Light. They work with Arcturians very much. Also the Carians, that's the bird race. They're assisting with us as for being more positive, being more less at war with each other. It seems like they're dealing with a lot of, I want to say, children and also teenagers that are going through a rough time. Yeah, they do. Yeah, obviously being a teenager is not fun anymore. Not here. You ask questions. Yeah, I can ask questions here. Trend, can you describe generally how different races feel to you? Yeah, sometimes the Zetas are emotional, depending on the Zeta. A lot, even like the Sirian, like for Redmond, the Sirian was not very emotional. Not really. Somewhat, but not really. More analytical, like the Asasani in some regard, because they're a little bit more emotional, depending. But the Sirian, as for Redmond, is kind of unemotional. The tall blondes are, you know what I feel is a lot of them are not very emotional. They are, but not like us. Really. Like reptilians are very emotional because they're crazy, depending. But they're a lot of beings aren't that remote. I mean, they are to a certain extent, but nothing like us. They're like a couple of steps down from us, is what I'm getting. Let's see. Question from Nestor. Told about a serious family line. Yes. Now, the Syrians I see are bald, but not all of them. At least the males are. They're humanoid. Some of them have 3 fingers. I see 3 fingers on them sometimes. And also they can attach fingers if they like to. That's interesting. That's a new one for me. Actually, it came through an old channel, and it's still weird. Matthew, any messages for my guides? Well, yeah, your guides say you're very connected to the Arcturians, and they're helping you with your health, and also opening up to your spiritual direction. Something about your mother also seems to be helping there. At least trying to some degree. The question is, what does the creator? A question from is that the Prime Creator? I believe that's what you're talking of. A question from Amber about the Prime Creator. Does he have info? Yes, a close connection with him in another lifetime on a reptilian world. That's the other thing about the Prime Creator is I felt like I've had like a very like a brother like friendship with the Prime Creator. He's just like us. Of course, he is a god of this universe, but we're all gods of our own universe. Of course, a lot of people will not believe that, but we are, and we're connecting to that. So we all know each other somewhere, to some degree, somewhere. So it gets kind of crazy when you get into it. But yeah, Amber, I think you have a close connection to the Prime Creator. Of course, we all do. As for any information, I believe it's all personal right now from what I'm gathering. Amy, any messages? Yeah, Amy, going through a healing phase, a major one. Let's see here. You're going into Yeah, obviously you've had a lot of lessons, a lot of learning, but you're going through a lot of healing at this time. I feel like in a couple of years you won't even be able to recognize yourself. Meaning you'll be a lot of a stronger person, and you're already on your way there, but very strong. And you're just like you're gonna look back at what's happened in the past and say, "Glad you went through all those things." I know it's pretty general, but that's what I'm getting. So all these things are there for a reason. Alan, any dream? I don't know anything. Well, I need to know more about your dream before I can give you any info on it, unless you already posted it. Channeling class. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Right now, it doesn't seem like it's. I don't know. In the future, possibly. We'll see how things go. It keeps freezing. I don't know what's going on with that. Would there be any messages out there for me? For my fiance? That's fantastic. Yeah, I think everything's going to go well, from what it looks like. Looks like things are, it's what you want. The angels are working with you. It looks like you guys are in good hands. Thank you for your question. Oh. I have to scroll this thing. JX, can talk about JSX being protector of creation main focal point. Yeah, he's definitely, his messages are very important. That's for sure. It also seems like he's very Arcturian. I don't know if you agree with that. That's maybe why he's having a lot of issues here. I've seen some of his videos that are very informative. They're quite fascinating. He's a good guy, that's for sure. But he's definitely pretty interesting. As for he plays a pretty good role here. He has a lot of followers. I wouldn't call it followers, but a lot of people that find his information very helpful. Question from Nestor. Any messages from my higher self? I feel like Arcturians around you at this time. They're assisting you in your spiritual journeys. Oh wow, you have a connection with the rabbit species. I don't know if you feel any connections to them. I know we're going to start going to the animal kingdom eventually. We are kind of, sort of in some regard, but we're going to start going to more of the animal connections. So, but yeah, you do have a connection with the rabbit species. I do see you as a rabbit alien, definitely. I know, welcome to Crazy Town. I think I already answered that. Are there any rabbit beings? Yes, indeed, there are. Yes, and it seems like more of the animal kingdom is going to start opening up their jar of knowledge. One thing, they are definitely teachers of us. You know, we're the primitive race, and they're the knowledge keepers. You know, they knew what they were dealing with, they knew what they were getting involved with when we sprouted out on this world. So, you know, of course, they treat animals like they don't know anything, but there's a lot of wisdom within their races. Of course, our race does not realize that. As a rabbit species, yeah, just like us, they have a rabbit, just like Howard the Duck. Rabbit species that's similar to that. Howard the Duck world, there's a rabbit world. I see several worlds like that. Yep. And that's all this stuff's going to be opening up eventually. I know this is Crazy Town, but that's what I say. Any messages from question from Jess? Any messages from Daniel? He said everything will be cleared up eventually. You have a lot of tests you have to go through. As for your health, things will get better eventually, but there's a reason why all this is happening. Question from Alexis. I see flashes of light around me all the time. Do you know what that means? Spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Yeah, there you go. Show you around. Yeah, show me around. Show you around my universe someday. That's awesome. Yeah, that's start. It's good to start thinking like that. Serious. I'm being serious about that too. You know, we're limiting ourselves. Yeah, we're the masters of limitations. Boy, is that the truth of it. Well, now we're unlimiting all of that. So. Okay, a question from Christy about her brother passed crossed over a few months ago. Um, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, it just says he's sorry he had to leave so early. It wasn't his choice. Say hi to mom. No, that's not. It's all general. Say hi to mom. Send his love. He's around you. He's still in the process of crossing over still, but he's happy where he is. He's around his friends, and is learning a great deal about the other side right now. It's taking him through the levels. And he's teaching people his knowledge, what he learned on our world. He said he's teaching people how to cook. I don't know anything about that one. Okay, sounds great. A question from Tran: are you and I working in Astral together? Most likely, yes. I've seen me working with everybody in Astral. So if I show up at your front door, that's no surprise. If I show up, if I show up, well, I'm a home wrecker from what I've gathered. So yeah, I'm working with a lot of people. So I don't remember half of it's probably because I don't. So. Yeah, I'm not sure what, though. That's being kept from me. I do, well, Tran, SES and Sirius, there's a lot there that's been, from what I'm gathering, a lot of pain there in certain areas. So we're kind of working there seems to help our world. It's like, you can say what we're doing is helping messages reach this world, because that's interesting. I've never seen that before. It's because there's kind of like a bubble here, and now it's being released, so messages can be brought into our time. Yeah, hide in the. Question from Amber: what does the continuum have to say to me? Thank you to see you, Mamie. Okay, for Amber, what does continuum have a question? May I have a message for you? With the continuum, I see a lot of reptilians, but not the type of reptilians we're used to. We've had reptilian lifetimes with them, but they're positive. Okay, it's beings with reptilian DNA. They're like higher beings, like 6th density beings. And you're like a teacher with them. And your connection with them is a telepathic connection. And I see a lot of bird beings from the continuum coming to you. It's another federation. It's a I see a lot of birds with them, so that has a lot to do with the bird beings here. Interesting. Do you see Teresa and Tammy's question? No. Does Tammy's granddaughter have an attachment? I don't understand what that means. I need a little bit more on that one. Nessa already answered that question as for a higher self. As for past lives, yeah, a lot of reptilian clearings are going on right now. A lot of reptilian clearings are going on. Mostly reptilian. Question from Amy: am I from the 8th dimension? And if so, what is the 8th dimension like? It's a lot. They don't have to cook their own food. The 8th dimension is just their higher density beings. They don't have a body. But they have their own problems. That's for sure. It's not all perfect, but it is of a higher density. It's like the angel energies almost. Where it's just energy beings where they can, they have lifetimes on the sun. I know a lot of people call that crazy, but worlds that are sun worlds where they can have, they're higher density. We see it at 3rd density, but the higher densities, that doesn't mean anything to them. So, what do they do exactly? They don't eat anything. They don't have any of the stuff we have. It's mostly they send energy to other worlds. They monitor other worlds, but they're also bringing assistance to worlds that have in much need of their knowledge. But they do have their own problems, that's for sure. As for connection to Orion, yes, I believe you've been on the Orion Council. I see you as a feline. Where are animals based on extraterrestrial beings? That's a good one. Where are animals based on extraterrestrial beings? That one's I had to reword that. As for where they, let me just answer that in my own way. They all come from different star systems, obviously. They came here as teachers of us, and they wanted to experience this world with us, but they have kept a lot back from us as for their extraterrestrial connections, as for how truly powerful they are, for good reason. Of course, we know that in astral, but here, we're almost come here to experience life with them also. We're here to experience life with each other, and to get to know each other also. This is like a world like this where there's wars on other planets, other solar systems, other galaxies, and we come here to clear a lot of that out and make friends again. A lot has to do with the animals here. It's just sort of clearing out old karma, you can say. If that makes any sense. Question from Allison. Who is the best for me to work with assistance with my ascension and spiritual awakenings? Archangel Michael seems to be the best one. Yeah, you've had a personal connection with him. Yeah, Howard the Duck, yeah. Question from Lily. And what are the names of my spirit guides? Yeah, a female guide by the name of Ursula. and a female guy by the name of Deborah. That's not her real name, but I'll help you connect with her. As for angels, you have an angel by the name of Zach. That's a guardian angel. Zechariah. It's a popular name with angels. Question from Miguel. Can you tell us about the solar flares expected coming soon? Will this affect electronic equipment? No, I don't think so. It will, I think, affect us spiritually, though. I think it will awaken many also. In a certain way, you feel a shift happening. But as for your spiritual awakening, I think it will bring much assistance to that. It might affect our electronics somewhat, but I don't think it'll be anything to worry about. I think we're pretty well protected right now. From what I gather, I could be wrong, but I think so. Question from Perez. Any messages for me? Message from Archangel Michael. He has a close connection with you, as you knew each other in Roman lifetimes. 1 second. Also, the Hawaiian Islands. You've had lifetimes on the Hawaiian Islands. This is a long time ago, though. Before it was called Hawaii, let's put it that way. Yeah. Like an Indian on the Hawaiian Island. This is in ancient times. Long time ago. What really happened in North Korea, I have no idea. I need a little bit more detail about that. As for what the bomb that went off, or whatever they were doing, I know a little bit about that. If you give me more detail, I think North Korea is getting a bad rap. Yeah, I think they are. The media is like spinning a lot of stuff with them. I mean, I know it's not perfect over there, but it looks like our country is trying to take over North Korea to some degree. Yeah, I feel that. So I know it's not perfect over there, but the certain circumstance, we're not being told the whole story. Let's put it that way. We're being told what they want us to think. But there's some others. Not to say it's perfect. These guys are the nicest guys, but there's some stuff there. It's just a lot of the stuff's not. They're not being too clear. Question from any messages from your cats? Zoe was pretty. It was always a boy. That's a girl's name because when I got him, it said female, so I called him Zoe. Then I found out he's a girl because he's real little, and they can't tell, I guess. So he's actually a boy. He was being bad today. I think he's crazy. He's just one of these lunatic cats. He's definitely one of them. He can walk out in the rain and not care. He runs up to me when I'm outside. He's like a dog. He's hilarious, but he's crazy too. So I don't know what. Anyway, he's part of the family, but he's nuts. But it's all good. Lily, any messages for you? I think you already asked this question. I don't know. Yeah, messages from the reptilians. They know you very well. Positive. You're part of their galactic federation, the reptilian races. Also, you're part of the Andromedan race. You've had a lot of Andromedan lifetimes. But we've also had lifetimes with the reptilians to bring healing to their race because it's very hostile. So, but definitely a lot of Andromedan. You have a lot of Andromedan stuff. Yeah, I don't know what deal is with Facebook. Okay, question from Steven. Do you have to have a certain amount of experience to be a prime creator? Everybody is a prime creator. Nope, I think we're all born as gods. Yep, we're all God of our own universe. You have to have any experience at all, you can absolutely know nothing. But I think we already, we already know, we already have this knowledge or when we were created. And it's another way of experience. Now we experience lifetimes on other world, like we are experiencing this one. This is part of us. It's not all of us, as you know. This is just part of course, we're all crazy here, but that's okay. We're all experiencing each other's universes right now. So, I think we're all this is where you can create wherever you want, whatever world you want. Notice how we're all unique in our creativity, our imagination. See? I mean, you can't, why would you want to limit that to? So as for what's in these universes, I don't know. That part is out there. I just know what's in this one, and even here I'm still trying to figure out. So, but, yeah, you can probably tap into that. I believe it. I think my connection is kind of up and down right now. I'm using data right now. If I use a Wi-Fi, this wouldn't be happening right now. Thank you for the question. Okay, Tammy saw a monster under her table. Oh, wow. A gnarly man. Who was it? And it's still there. How do you get rid of it? It was a ghost, I'm assuming. Yeah, it does feel like a dark entity. The dark entity. Ask it to go into the light, calling God, the Prime Creator, to clear this energy out. Candles are good for that. Incense actually does work. You just say it brings incense and a prayer to clear it out. I think it will go pretty quickly. I don't think it's there anymore. Well, some of it's still there. Oh, it seems like her third eye opened up quite a bit to see it. It's mad. Yeah, it's angry because it wants to be known. It's not happy with what's going on. As for this shift, they all feel it. And so, yeah, the dark is going to become stronger, but we're going to become stronger also. Basically, not worry about the dark. They have a lot of lessons, that's for sure, to teach us, but you have a lot to learn from us also. Question from Amber: what powers do I have? Are they from the continuum? It seems like your telepathic capabilities will get stronger. Also, your healing abilities. You can use the healing abilities from the continuum, such as Reiki. And this will all come to you psychically from what I'm gathering. Thank you for your question. Oh yeah, about the animals. Yeah, the animals are... There's a lot about the animals that has not been ever really tapped into. I mean, I've channeled them before. And there's a lot of stuff there that has not been mentioned. It's it's all, we're stepping stones. But they knew what they were getting into, that's for sure. Oh, well, I'm slowly understanding it. It's slowly coming through messages. For Teresa, question for Teresa, any messages for me? Yes, your guide said everything will get better. It will take a couple months for all this to clear out for you. You're in a life of renewal. I think I already told you that. Just patience. You're wanting patience right now. But also accept the little things in life. The little things in life matter most. And it also says this is most likely your last life here, for good reason. Seems like you're clearing out a lot of karma within many. You're clearing out a lot of karma is what's going on also. You want to appreciate the little things in life. You wish to learn that with others, as you can tell. And learning about the little things that matter most. The materials doesn't really matter. Question from Perez. What is the name of my life's angel? Dominic. Question from Susan. What are my names of my spirit guides and angels? Claire is one of them. It's your main guide, and Desiree is your other female guide. I see a male guy by the name of Norman. Kind of a funny name. As for angels, you have a angel. This is the new one that's been coming through. Guardian angel by the name of Tiffany. There's a couple of others, but we'll leave you with that. Question from Nestor. What's the name of my guide? Rosalind. Rosalind also have a male guide by the name of Thomas. Thomas is your main guide, and he looks like a Greek mythology figure, like Poseidon, that he likes to be seen as. Question from Amy. Will you ask the ETs around me how I can better protect and cleanse my energy? I am so sensitive to energies around me, and they seem to stick to me. Oh, you got to ground more. Grounding is very important. Grounding should really help out. Also, to do a meditation to clear your chakras. As for meditative music, Metatron is good for the cleansing of your chakras. Metatron is very good at cleansing your chakras. It might take a couple of days, but yeah, grounding is A1. As for ET energies, possibly you will receive an Andromeda infusion to bring much assistance to this. Thank you for your question. Question from Perez. Any messages for me at all? Any messages for me at all? You just got your guide says just to continue on, just to be who you are. You're going through a soul journey right now, a soul awakening journey right now. I see many animals around you, like animal spirits around you. Yeah, it used to be a lion, a tiger. I don't know if any of this resonates with you. Yeah, you've had lifetimes as many animals here. I don't know if it's on this. I don't think it's on this world, somewhere else, but as the actual animal lifetimes. I don't see the bird, but definitely four-legged animal. As for lion and tigers, definitely. Panther. Let's see if that resonates. Question from Richard. How can I connect to my higher self? Also, do I have any messages from my higher self? Through meditation. You don't have to necessarily connect to your... Well, I would connect to your guides first, but you can connect to your higher self. Through meditation, just ask for your higher self to come through. Always surround light around your meditation, which I need to do more of. Also, as for a message from your higher self, just be patient with yourself. You're going through a slow awakening at this time. You have a close connection with Metatron. Ask Metatron to come through and bring much assistance. You have a very close connection to Metatron. Yeah, brothers in another lifetime. Definitely. Also, I see a lot of sheep around you. Like you were a sheep herder at one time. I'm not sure if any of that resonates, but blessings. I feel question from Susan. I feel so stuck. Can my angels and guides please give me advice? You just need to meditate more. Connect with God in your meditations. Ask for God to come through. Not worry about material possessions. You're being guided to spirits. You connect more to your guides and to metaphysical, the arts, or something. Look into that. It seems like you're being guided, but go by what you feel. Question from Steven. Any messages from my, I don't know what word that is, aspect of family, Draco? I'm not sure what that... Well, as for your... I'm assuming that's from your Draco. That's all I got. They miss you a lot. I'm not sure if this is your question, but anyway, you do have a Draco connection. I'll just go with that. They wish to play pool with you. And cards. And they say they'll beat you at cards, too. I think you're aware of all this. These guys are too much. Talk about competitive swimming teeth. They probably brush your teeth better than everybody, too. These guys are too much. Okay. Tran, are the moth and ant ET beings around me? I see more of the moth people around me, yes. Yeah, the Moth Collective I do see around you because I had a lifetime through with them. They're assisting you also with vortexes. Now this will be more clear over time as creating vortexes. This is going to be used in the future is from what I'm gathering. They'll have a great use for it, but you're understanding all this now. It's still, it would just come, this is for the future. I don't know what if that's a question or not. Do ETs suffer? Oh, do some ETs suffer like we do on Earth? Of course. Not like this. But yeah, they have problems. Yeah. Not like this though. This is this. Here we're getting bombarded by every type of negative energy known to man. They don't have with that. Most of their worlds don't have anything like this. Notice how we're not connecting to many aliens for good reason, because we're in the past, because we have many lessons to be learned, and for them to interfere with our teachings wouldn't be fair. Of course, they have them to a certain degree. Yeah. So anyway, they do suffer, but not like us. Question from Amber. What does the fractals have to say to me? They seem to be helping your energy field right now. And also, I'm not sure if, yeah, you're into art, right? That's right. You sent me that? Yes. They are assisting with your art. With your what you're creating. Yeah. Yeah. Anytime, Teresa, take care. Question from Stefan. What alien connections do I have, and do you have any name of my guides? You have a lot of Palladian connections and Octarian connections. Very strong. Very strong. As for name of guide, a male guide by the name of Devin. And another male guide by the name of Mir. And a female guide, Stephanie. Question from Richard: what are my powers? Like telepathic powers. You have healing abilities for Reiki, long distance healing. Everybody has that. Reiki seems to be something that You don't have to be certified if you want what you want it to be. I think that will bring some joy in your life as for Reiki energies, but yes. I see a lot of telepathic stuff for you, very strong. You have a lot of Andromeda energies also. Right. Thank you for your question. Whoops. Question from Susan. Why my third eye feels so closed? There's a lot of negativity around you from the past. It seems like what I sense is a lot of Andromedan energies. It seems like it closed for a reason, for fear of someone getting in. I know it sounds strange, but breaking in. So it closed down for that regard. It's slowly opening up. The more meditating you do, the more it will open up. Ask for Metatron's assistance. That is the best way to go about it. It seems like a third eye closed because it was afraid of what you'll see. Well, isn't that? That's not a surprise. Many shut down their energies, and it seems like you shut your energies down. Not knowing, but you did shut down. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check it out. I can't answer all these. Let's see. I'm gonna go down. Question from Rebecca. Is there any messages for me? Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. I'll go back to Anna. Moment. Yeah, from the Arcturians, they have a close connection with their race. I see a lot of music within their race. Also, the angels, as for Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, you have incarnations with them. Also, see lifetimes in the Middle Ages as a. I'll leave you with that. There's a lot more to that. It's not for public consumption, from what I'm gathering. Question from Anna. Any messages? Message from the Arcturians. They're working with their solar plexus. You're actually connected to the Galactic Federation of Light more than you realize. See a lot of amphibian races around you. Also see this channeling ability within you also. Of course, that's with everybody. But your channeling ability does, I do see it. As it's slowly coming about. But that's up to you if you'd like to indulge in that. I don't know if I can answer anymore. See, it's been about an hour. I'll answer one more question from someone that has not asked a question. Let's see here. Question from Agus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name. What are the names of my guides? Horatio is the name of your male guide. Anthony is another guide. It's a communications guide. And a weird name. Bertha is a female guide. Bertha. She just says Bertha constantly, so Bertha. Alright, do a couple more. Question from James, whose ships flew over my house last night. Any messages from my guides? Those are Palladian ships. Messages, just like I say, you're a good student here. I just say you're a good student. What is? Not going into any details. That's all I said. Alright, the sweat is getting kind of out of hand here. Let's see what else we got here. So there's we'll do one more. Let's see here. Okay, that's about. I'll just end it there. I was just going to do this for an hour. Alright, much love, everyone. Let's see what else I got here. I might do another channeling on my YouTube channel. Let's see if there's another message. So, that's about it for tonight. Much love, everyone, and that's all we got. So thank you, everyone. We'll see how this goes. Might do another one in the future. Might do future channels. We'll see how things go. So much love, everyone. Thank you for being a part of this, and see you soon.